Hello, friends and others. This is Trucker Joe. Thanks for coming to my channel, Driving into the Apocalypse. I want to talk today about the term bugging out. That concept is kind of disturbing to me, where you think you can bug out from a place. You're going to grab your bug out bag and use your last tank of gas and go someplace where you don't know anybody, you don't know where anything is at. There's also terms of bug out shelters. People spend lots and lots of money building bunkers, shelters, buildings. One of the resources I came across was a book called Lucifer's Hammer. I don't recall the author's name, but I listened to the audiobook and made many good points about what might occur and the experience be if there was a meteor impact on the earth. It goes through and talks about people going through that experience, that apocalypse. When I decided I had to leave where I was living at, I was in the capital of the state, capital city of the state, and I had made some friendships, for the place I lived before. I tend to be a hobo, and a hobo is kind of a guy that kind of goes where the work is. When the work was in North Dakota, that's where I went. So I had to kind of leave there, and I had made some friends, and one of the friends had a home in a larger city in the Midwest, so I moved in with him, stayed there for a while, got other employment, and went through my bankruptcy and everything I needed to do with that. The job I had, I really didn't like having to share. He was living in a small trailer. I didn't like that. He had some medical problems. He had sleep apnea. He would have night terrors. He would get up in the middle of the night, cause disturbances. That just got to a point where I couldn't stay there anymore. And, I had made some friends at the new job I was at. And one of the friends owned a bed and breakfast up here where I'm going to my new home. And his wife manages the place. And he talked about this and talked about that, and how much he gets a night per rent and all that. He usually rents to travelers and hunters as they come through. But he did mention that his heating bill every month during the winter was about $600. So that kind of stuck with me. So time went on, and I decided the job I was working I really didn't like. So I decided to relocate. Checked out this town that we're coming into. Snooped around a bit. What I really liked about it was not too far north, less than 10 miles is a state forest, public lands. So I thought, worst comes to worst, I could stay there cheap, on weekends when I'm not working. And I was just looking at frugal living, like the last video I made. So now, first few months I stayed here. I stayed every week in that up there camping. And we're coming into the town now, and it's not much of a town. At one time this town was 5,000 people strong. 5,000 residents, now it's down to about 250. So an economic apocalypse occurred here probably 20, 30 years ago when corporate farms took over everything. So this town has seen better days, so have I. Hopefully the future will show me something different. So I moved here. What I really liked, what really struck me when I moved here, was I went to this bar up here on the right. And I walked in there one morning early to have breakfast, and there's 3 or 4 gentlemen at the bar. And one of them chimed up and said, "You're the new driver." I'm like, "Yeah." So that's one thing told me, that people here look out for each other. They have each other's back. I've lived in places and had apartments and houses, and been there for a few years. Never ever knew the neighbors, so I knew this was going to be a different experience for me. So, like I said, I moved here for the first few months. When I wasn't on the road driving, I was hiking up to the park, because at that time I didn't have a working vehicle, and just camping out up there. Got time to hone up my bushcraft skills and self-reliant skills. Learned a lot about myself and my limitations and capabilities. So then, time went on, and I got to know people here better. Like I said, I knew the guy that owned the bed and breakfast, and when I whip around here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it here or not. So anyhow, I got to know them a little bit better, and some trust was built. It's that white building there, 2-story. That's where I spend weekends. So I got to know them better, and a little bit of trust was built. And his wife, he would say, "Come over for dinner," Then his wife said, "You might as well eat." I got leftovers all the time, so started going over there for dinners. And a couple of weekends it rained while I was out there. They were concerned for my well-being and stuff, and I insisted I'm a big boy, I could take care of myself. But after a few of them hot meals, they thought, no, this isn't bad. And, I made his wife laugh a lot. He liked that, so he said, "I just need to start coming around." So I guess, he started calling me his brother and whatnot, and I thought, well, maybe, this could be my new family. Like I said, I was put in an orphanage when I was younger, and kind of lost the family I grew up with, so made a new start here. A lot of the things I like about this location, because you don't know what kind of collapse may happen. I'm kind of preparing for a financial collapse, I guess. Over the hill, there's an ethanol plant. So if for whatever reason we're cut off in fuel, you can't run gasoline engines on straight ethanol. It's not real good for them. You got to change filters and gaskets and stuff fairly often. But you can run them on that. There's plenty of trees for firewood around here. Big farming community. Talk about being close to the source. A lot of corn. So I have friends now and I have relationships now, that people that raise animals and raise crops, and so I feel pretty secure right here. But like I said, this town's seen better days, and I was in the bar here one of the first weekends I moved here, and I was talking to the owner's son, and he says, "People don't move here. Why are you here?" And I laid out my story, and he's like, "I think you do all right." He said, "I think you do all right here. I think you like here. People come here to get away from stuff like that." In fact, they didn't have cell service here up until about 5 years ago. There's no law enforcement here, so people really look out for each other without a lot of government intrusion. So that's kind of my thoughts on bugging out. Hope it's helpful. If you got anything out of it, like and subscribe. This is Trucker Joe signing out. Have a good weekend.